Welcome to the Technos Game Space, where I apparently can't hear my own stuff. Things are working, right? Yep, okay, there we go. Alright. So, we are discussing and testing on PTS, the new HERMAEUS MORA Tales of Tribute deck. I'm joined here by PinkApple. Say hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, so we'll be discussing the deck. Pink will, of course, be, as always, with any new deck, creating a video afterwards. So, I really should have done this and pinned this earlier. Oh shit, I mean, I can pin from
Like
OBS.
a quick introduction or something.
Yeah, so, Pink here is your any number, well, are you currently any number one? Shit,
Not at the moment.
not at the moment. But you've been,
Last time I ended number one. Yeah,
you've had several seasons on it,
I
yeah?
picked up Tales of Tribute really early on. I ended rank 1 season 1. I ended rank 2. I ended season 2 rank 1 in North America and Europe simultaneously. And since then, I've had a sprinkle of rank 1 finishes throughout the seasons. I have a completely Tales of Tribute focused YouTube channel, and hopefully we get some good analysis today on the new deck.
Yeah, I can't claim glory to any of that.
You make it pretty high up on the board sometimes.
10%, and that's it. And I just kind of completely hiatus after season 1. I just went to Rubedite, and then until, what, season 12? Then I came back, now it's been like, okay, yeah, 10%, 10%. I think when I get back, I might get 10%, or may have been knocked off, who knows. I had a really bad streak yesterday.
I usually take breaks from ranked just because there's a few different problems I have with the rank system overall, but I play a lot against like most of the higher ranked players in private games still a lot, and have a lot of high-end discussion on the game, so I keep very up to date. And whenever a new deck comes out, I do like a rank 1 push with the new deck.
Because no one's familiar with it, and all that.
Yeah, well, it also kind of showcases, like, that way I know for myself, like, okay, I think I have a pretty decent understanding of this deck.
Which now reminds me, I should have brought up my list before I start this, at least on my phone. Where the heck is my list? How much extra do we do after that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll paste it for you.
I've got it. No, I've got it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so basically we're gonna test Mora with a lot of other decks. We are also going to test some of the new changes. Things like the Clouder change, the Orknum changes across the board. I'm very worried about those. Because, there's a reason I hate it. It's after season 1. It starts with O, ends with M.
Yeah, I think that's probably what a lot of people are gonna be looking at this patch is Wignum better or worse? Because I've seen a lot of different theories already on forums and discords.
I mean, the way I'm looking at from the NPC matches that I had, the 60 plus. Oh dear lord. Yeah, the 60 plus that I have. It's mostly like, people will be worried about Orknum. They'll go into matches worrying about Orknum. They'll be like, oh, Mora, great. I don't have to deal with Orknum. Nope, Mora goes even faster.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it is. I mean, we'll test out a decent handful of games this patch too. I think Mora looks a little bit slower to me. It's my first impression, but
It's
see how that
kind
goes.
of, I don't know how to put it, because like, it's... what's the deck that I compared it to? It wasn't Crows. What was it? This one, like, you love to get the combos, but then you just don't get a whole lot of draw power. Regine, I guess? I think I compared it to.
Yep. And right off the bat, I think this is one of the better cards to see if you're playing Mora, is this Ink and Blood here in the middle. It just gives you 2 coin, and the setback here, and for those who don't know, all the cards in the Mora deck have setbacks. It's basically like advantages it gives to your opponent to make up for your cards supposedly being a tiny bit higher power than average. The setback only gives your opponent 1 power, which in the early game, giving your opponent 1 power is really inconsequential, so pretty solid pickup.
I'm already worried. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna take this. And because Caesars is now actually properly buffed, actually
Yep,
useful
6.
because, good gosh, I used to just never
Well,
pick up
now,
seizures.
yeah, Seizure was probably one of the weaker cards in the game. It was definitely like in my top 3 cards that I would like to see buffed before this patch, so I'm happy it got a buff. And now that it's newly buffed, it's pretty much guaranteeing you one of these Dreaming Caves, which is really, really nice.
I mean, if I've got a good streak,
Oh,
maybe I'll guarantee
and
both.
I just misplayed it slightly since I didn't play the Mora starter card. I forgot it was a gives power.
Oops. Oh, there you go. I mean, this way, like, if I'm guaranteed Dreaming Cave, right, and like you don't
Yep.
want to kind of get the not the only there, the not only copy is like you could just Mora it. So even if I get a copy, you have a copy too. Oh, how rude.
Yeah, Alexia Patron Power, my first favorite, maybe second favorite because of the Mora Patron Power. I really like Mora's Patron Power.
Hmm. Uh, so nowadays you got to be really, really careful about the whatchamacallit. Ooh, hang on. I've got something I can do. Ah, you know what? You go away.
Yeah, I think I would have left that there actually. Um,
I don't know. I
just
just have
because it
really bad
doesn't give
experience.
any gold. I think it would have a pretty expensive tavern, so I would be pretty unlikely to be able to buy something and then also use that.
That's fair. The thing I was worried about is that if you had one of your powerful cards, if you had maybe your Ink and Blood or your Dreaming Cave in there, you could just pick it up the next turn.
Hmm.
Because that turn of yours was one where you had the chance to just kind of pull it back without refreshing. It does happen, so. Comfortable. Very, very uncomfortable.
I feel like we're both in pretty good spots right here. I think
Yeah, we are. I'm just kind of... Just seeing the Oathman there makes me really uncomfortable sometimes.
yeah, Oakman, very, very powerful card. I can't believe it got buffed back in the day. I mean, sorry,
Did
that
it? What did
hireling
we...
got buffed. The the hireling got buffed to be able to be the old Oathman, and then Oathman got buffed into getting 6 acquire because it used to only
Oh,
acquire up to 5.
right.
And I think it was an amazing card back then. Still, okay. I'm still gonna have to spend a lot of time fixing my head, thinking that this is a 1 coin card when it's really a 1 power card. I suppose I could technically give us both a currency exchange, but you already have some
Yeah.
Halalu in your decks, so it's a little iffy.
I mean, I'm not the only one with Lalu in the deck.
Yeah, that is true. You have 1 more than me. Hmm.
That's fair.
I think I'll go with a really safe approach.
Oh!
That's interesting. The setback on that card is insane. But
Yeah, that's
the
like...
interesting thing about these agents is after the first turn, you don't have to activate them, right? So you technically, if the setback is going to be a really big problem, you can skip out on activating it for a turn.
Mm. Like, I could see something... You know, I'll probably just show it to you next turn. But like... Oh, but do I want to do... Oh? Well. Very interesting. Let me see. I don't even have combos, gosh. Blech.
You have quite a bit of coin.
I do. I don't really like giving this to you, nor do I like using it right now. Take this. And I'll pick this up. Sentinel. How much coin do you have? Chances of 8. Chances of 8 non-existent. Alright, go.
Okay.
My thought process is like, if you had probably a chance at 8 coin in a single hand, I was like, yeah, maybe I might pick it up. Rather than having you have 2 sentinels.
Mm-hmm. This is a little bit of a complicated turn for me. I have a lot of options here.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I think mine would probably be dead for... Oh, I knew I forgot to do something! What? Oh, I forgot to turn music on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we were just talking in silence. Silence and the occasional card sounds. Smell it already.
I used the... Sorry, what's it called? The upgraded Mercy Mother card.
Mm-hmm.
Alcimvi's Charity to put it right back into my hand.
Oh, right. Lost the charity.
Hmm.
I could. No, I can only do one.
I think at this point, oh, that's not that bad for me so far then. I think at this point I don't really mind giving you coin, so
You know what? Let's lock that down. Let's see. Get things together a bit faster, I suppose.
you're in a little bit of an awkward spot that turn because you didn't really have enough money to use the egg and then also um
And
buy
also pick up
something.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
The proper stuff. Though to be fair, Time Mastery, like, I'm not sure where the toss changes came from. And also taking out the... Where is it? Supports Insight.
On
They took out
Physics
the...
Insight, yeah.
Yeah, they took out the Tavern Toss. I'm not sure what the decision was there.
Well, they added 2 gold to it as well, which makes it quite a crazy card.
Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like, I used to get those for Tavern Control, so now that's gone. It's like,
I think the new Supporter's Insight is probably a lot stronger than the old one, but I do like the Tavern removal as an aspect, so even though I think the card got stronger, I'm a little sad to see it go, and I wish they focused more on cards that have Tavern removal. Because we had Tavern removal on Prescience. It used to have the double Tavern removal, now it doesn't. The amount of Tavern removal on Currency Exchange also went down, and now we're losing the Tavern removal on Physics Insight. And Tavern removal, I think, is one of the more skill-intensive and fun parts about the game. You get to think about what would you want to get rid of, and if you should even get rid of anything at all. And it lets you fish for like outs when you have like very little options. So we've slowly seen, as Tribute has been progressing, more and more Tavern removal will get removed, which I would like to see some of it added back in some ways.
My guess is maybe they wanted to prevent, like, the snowball prevention. Like, you have a whole bunch of gold from either Druid or Lalu, and then you just buy everything and discard everything else. I guess it's
Is this
the
guy popping up
intention.
again? Yeah, I'm a big fan of these contract actions here in Mora. They seem to be quite good.
Did you see my clip the other time? Just a
I
straight up
did
evil
see, yeah.
laugh.
There's a lot of
Oh
power at one turn.
gosh. Yep. A lot of power. Oh gosh, what is my
Yeah,
hand?
that's a little bit of a downside. It's one of the things I don't like about Orgnum in some ways, is just every once in a while the Orgnum contract actions, someone just gets like 13 power, like when all those Orgnum contract actions line up, and it makes it a bit RNG heavy, and we're gonna get a little bit more of that now, where like moments like your clip will happen, and it'll be
And
pretty
then
out of your
it'll
control.
just make people rage quit.
Yeah, it's fun to have the possibilities though.
Mm-hmm. Could just, it's like the regime contracts all over again. You get 2 of those in a row, your opponent rage quits.
Oh, so I have both of the Ink and Bloods I've picked up right now, so it's pretty interesting for like such a cheap card. I'm gonna be playing both of
Mm-hmm.
these. I give you 2 power and I gain 4 power. That's pretty a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm. 4 power, 4 gold. I should add actually.
Yep. It's a pretty good deal because like 2 gold is the baseline for all the cards in the early game. If your card gives 2 gold in the early game, it's pretty set. Like Scrying Globe, Sleight of Hand, all that type of stuff. So Ink of Blood falls into that category, but like then you're also pushing your power up by a pretty substantial amount to get 4 power in one turn here.
Hmm. Like for example, I'm just mostly doing Sigil and Amlexia. Actually, I have no clue what I'm doing right now. What scuff shenanigan am I doing? Anyway, so yeah, you're getting all the Moras. I'm getting pretty much Sijic Lalu, and that's it. So I'll probably have a bunch of gold, but eventually, especially once an aura pops up and you can get it, it's like game over. This is somehow surprisingly slow for what I thought it would be.
I'm picking up the pace just right now because I see how slow it's been going.
Mm-hmm.
I normally would not
Shit.
sacrifice a Dreaming Cave, but I feel like opportunity to put the pressure on here.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Ugh. Oh dear lord. Okay, shit. I take that with that. Let's mess you up a little bit. Nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, we're at the point in the game where I think that card would actually start to be a good addition to the deck now that the giving you the
It's not
coins is not
ideal.
as
It's like
dangerous.
it's not as ideal for me because that'll be my first moral card. For Fuyu, that's your
Hmm.
third, and it's like no, 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 absolutely not. Especially when you have a bunch of agents that just will not die right now. Are you kidding?
It's a pretty
I've
good
been
butt
getting a
check,
streak
right?
of that. I've been getting a streak of that lately. It's like sacraments never come for me, and it just comes forever for the opponent. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I
What like
think I'm
work
gonna
with
be able to
me?
make a quite strong push here.
Uh, mm, gosh, you're getting all the power right now.
Yes, I am. And like you said, there is a pretty good amount of power contract actions in this new deck too, so.
Hmm. Of course, you had a gold. Oh, and that's game over already. Shit. Ugh. Oh, there's Tome Shell. Now this is what speeds up games.
I think this Tome Shell card is a very, very powerful card. Um,
Mm.
at this point in the game, not going to be doing me too much, obviously.
I don't know whether it's kind of too much or if it's at the just right. Because if you get this early game, the most your opponent gets is like what? 2 gold from the 2 cards. And
I
then it's
think
in
2 gold is an insane amount, actually, to give your opponent.
it is yeah.
I really think that card is probably like a trap to pick up in the first few turns. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'll be doing some decisions I wouldn't normally do here, just so I can get more proper testing and we can kind of talk about and see how things go. But
Mhm.
giving your opponent 2 gold in the early game, I think is very detrimental, especially because you're not giving yourself a rare or a card that gives you 2+ gold. So it can really it has multiple effects. It boosts their economy a lot and puts yours behind. This is going to be an interesting game with this type of
Ooh. Oh boy. Choices galore. Look at all those sixes.
yeah. Well, choices for you. Choices for you. I have very limited choices
This
here.
is sort of tavern where if you're going first, you pray your opponent got the unsealed glyphic.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's right. I guess it is a power card. Again, that
Yeah.
keeps slipping my mind.
No,
It's interesting because it's kind of power creeped in my opinion. Because when you look at Unsealed Glyphic, it's one power and combo three gain one coin. So it's like a straight up better version than Fortify from the Pelin deck. And then also because this deck cares so much about combos, even if it didn't have that coin on it, it's still better than Fortify. So like it's just a way better Fortify. Like I'm a little surprised that they are just okay with making like such a straight up better study card. I mean at the end of the day it's still one power and you only get one coin in combo three, but it's like it's just like a straight up better version of it in like
yeah, I
multiple
mean, to be fair,
aspects.
Fortify has been one of the weaker starter cards. I think the only one weaker,
Hmm.
honestly, is Warsong.
Personally, I'd say Warsong is better than Fortify. The ability to have a combo with Midnight Raid, I find more consistent.
Fair. But
Both
only
of
if
them
you.
I'm not
Oh,
a fan of though.
but it's only if you find Midnight Raid. At least Fortify can combo with several other cards, even though it's not as substantial.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I'm playing Palin versus when I'm playing Red Eagle and Midnight Raid, I only want to be playing it if I'm comboing it really. But a lot of the Palin cards, like Armory, Rally, which ironically are getting nerfed in this patch, I will play it without comboing it at all. They're great without combos
Yeah.
too, so you're not as reliant on it. Whereas like the War Song, I pretty much like I only really want to be playing Midnight Raid if I like have my War Song still. And
I think the reason Glyphic is the way it is, they just kind of I think they looked at Mora as kind of a way to not so much counter isn't the word, complement isn't the word. How do I mirror sort of? You kind of mirror Octum's speed. So Sea of Raid and Glyphic are just a reverse of each other.
I think this is a very unorthodox move here, but I'm gonna see how it goes here. I'm
Oh
very
dear lord.
curious. Yeah, we're gonna kind of force your hand a little bit and see what you like to do. And the card underneath of it was a crazy pop up as well.
Hmm. I'm just thinking. Hold up. I can just do this, can't I? No, wait, shoot!
Yep, only gives one.
Alright,
That
his
is why.
unfavored, that gives two. Shit. Ah. I mean, to be fair, it paves the way, it's fine.
No, it's not awful.
Mm.
Um, and this card here, the contract action. Let me say the contract agent. The really special part about this to me is the combo 2 gain 3 power. That's massive. Because otherwise, this is just like a weaker Clan Witch. Clan Witch is a great card, but like you'd really want a Clan Witch over this. But if you can really start comboing it and getting those 3 powers in, that's where this card shines. Because that's an insane amount of power to be getting on such a low combo.
Mm.
Just combo 2. Because like I said, I just played my starter card here. It's turn 2, and I already have 4 power. Very, very high.
The only thing is now, like, on. This is the card you'd more want to see if you have a bunch of combo 3s and combo 4s lining up. Even on combo 2 is like like you said, the gold early game is just a bit much. So like now, instead of just being completely limited, I could pick up an Oathman and still kill the aspirants. If
Yep.
I really wanted to. In fact, I'll do just that.
Basically, I am kind of really
Like
committing here.
I'm just like staring at your deck and I'm saying, okay, yeah, you're not going to have a 6, so... And this is where we're getting into that point where we are definitely very much racing between Mora and Orknum. Shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, and
Ah,
I just drew a card based off that. But it's the right play, I'd say, because you really have to be pushing your
I'm trying to
power
be.
at this point.
Oh, dear lord. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I really have to spend some time getting used to the math here. But essentially, if you're comboing this contract action, it costs 2 coin. And if you're comboing it on a combo 3, it pays for itself, which is
Mm-hmm.
insane. If you just get 5 power for free gold-wise, and your opponent draws 1 card as the setback, that's very, very good value. So if you're comboing this, it's absurd. Let's see, I have 5 coin in hand, so if I combo this... Okay. We're playing a very racy game, like you said, so we'll definitely be picking this up. And right now, kind of how you said what you said you wanted to test, we're really going for that, like, how fast can these decks actually go? This is like one of those matches for sure, where we're really just seeing like how fast can we play.
Yeah, because we've always seen Auckland, like the moment we see an Auckland game, everything just goes to shit. It's like, oh, damn, go, go, go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that was my 3rd turn, and I'm at 14 prestige, right? I'm pretty sure that was my 3rd turn. I'm at 14 prestige, and you're at 7. Very, very fast game. I mean, you honestly wouldn't be getting games this fast on live at all.
That won't help me. Shit. Like, I'm just doing what I can to kind of at least keep up somewhat. Oh, right! 1 coin now! It's 1 coin! I forgot Octom's 1 coin! Oh!
Yeah, if it's unfavored, it's 1 coin. It's one of the changes they made that balances it out a bit. The other change, though, is that you get this Somerset sacking instead of the more boarding party, which I'll play right now. Which means I'm getting a coin when I combo versus a...
Yeah, it used to be, like, you kind of didn't really want to spam Octom. You wanted the seesaw spam fight? Not so much like the spam forever, because eventually you might end up... like, if you're not careful, you just end up with a handful of boarding parties, and just, like, nothing happens.
Exactly. I'm a little concerned here. I'm not sure if I can quite push the 40. If you land those combos, if you connect your 2/6 cost cards, I'm in a really rough spot. So I think I'm probably going to leave the Oathman alive here, and I'm kind of praying for the best, hoping that you don't catch up. I need to get 40 as fast as possible, so I pretty much just have to hope that your hands don't line up.
Hold up. Oh, I've got something here. 1. Please, I guess. Pick this up. And then we go bap bap. Just like that.
It's funny because you get so much power, and at the same time, my deck is so empty. I almost have my whole deck in my hand now.
I could even just, like, this is what? 28? 28, do I need the Oathman at this point? Don't think I need to toss anything here. Do I need to acquire anything? The exchange, nah.
So the only thing here is that the next 2 cards you draw, I'm not sure what they are, obviously, but they really... You have the chance of drawing, like, big power cards here, or you have the chance of just drawing 2 coins, and that kind of determines a lot of if there's even any chance for me to win this game at all.
But I mean, to be fair,
this is probably over. I think you win this one, probably, just because you have the Serpent Guard Rider out right now. But I guess let me see if I can get any of those contract actions going.
Just have my run. But even if you have the contract actions, you kind of, like, the Octom contracts aren't ideal, whereas if you see more contracts, you'd be really happy. Could just do this.
Yeah. So yeah, I have no way of catching up here. And I think this is kind of what my concern is when you're playing those cards that give your opponent gold in the early game. If you're just giving them multiple expensive cards in a row, it's really hard to come back from that sort of swing.
Hold on, let me actually turn on the music.
Sure thing.
And then no music actually plays. Ah! Help me. The game be trolling. Okay, so yeah, Orcnum race is kind of depends on what cards you get, but I think probably more consistent overall might be Orcnum. More is that you've got to find the
Yeah, I
cards,
mean,
but once you find the cards, it's just that. Uh,
it'll take a lot of sample size. I'll probably keep putting Orgnum into the pool just so we can kind of test what the Orgnum nerfs. I mean, it's debated whether the nerfs are buffs. I think it's a nerf though. So I think we'll
fair.
keep testing.
There's another thing that I want to test probably a bit on the later side of things. Where... Oh dear. What is this?
Yeah, it's another one of those cards I was just talking about where I think giving your opponent 2 coins for me seems like such a big downside. It's tough for me to want to be doing that early on. Very, very loaded early game. So many cards in the tavern, very viable.
And all really cheap?
Yeah, it's difficult. I was surprised a little bit you went for Luxury Exports despite it being like one of the best cards in the game. Just because for me, typically, if there's more than one Crow card on the board, I kind of always go for a Crow card because it forces the opponent's hand a bit to try and go for the other Crow card at that point.
But
Oh, and that
then...
is a very interesting pickup as well. This tavern is very stacked.
Yep.
There's like 3 or 4 different ways you could play this game out.
I'm just going to... No, like sit, yeah. Oh, dear lord. What is this?
Yeah, it's interesting because what I just said about the Crow also kind of does the same thing applies to Mora though, because like you said, the combo potential of
Yeah.
some of these cards is so high where it's like, if there's 2 on the board, you really want to pick one up. Otherwise, like if they get both, you're in such a bad spot. And so like the situation I'm in here, I'm gonna be able to pick up this 3 cost and this 2 cost Mora card. And the worst of the 3, in my opinion, the one in the middle, is gonna be stuck there. But you kind of get forced into buying that one so that I can't get it because it's so good in my deck now that, you know, at least that's the way I would look at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very explosive start of the game.
Mm.
I mean, Luxury Exports is a great start for you, though.
It is. The problem is that I forgot to take into account because I was thinking about testing the Morocco section of things. That I forgot to account that this is also an Octonum game.
Yep. Yeah, it's a very... Like I said, there's like 6 ways to play this game out based on the opening board.
Yeah. And I have played absolutely none of them. Oh, dear lord. Okay, you've got none of those. I don't really want to have sacking of all things. Like, the coins only on combo 3 is like...
This is really...
I guess if I do that, I... Oh, it's kind of get rid of that.
Basically, like, it's so interesting the Mora turns, because I have the option of, like, giving you a god turn where you just have, like, all your cards and all your coins and all this stuff. But, like, in exchange, I get so much power early on.
The thing is also, you got to look at the tavern for this situation, so even if you did give me a god turn right now, with this tavern, I couldn't do scratch.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, here's the thing. So if I give you the god turn, it means I'm picking up this contract agent, right? So you definitely have enough coin because I'm giving you so much if I go through with it that you can use the ambush to get rid of it. And then that means something's going to be under the agent when I buy it, and something's going to be under the ambush. So I'm really opening up a lot of possibilities for stuff to go wrong here. But it is such a powerful turn that I am gonna go through with it anyways and see how this goes, because 9 power at this point is huge, and I just removed 3 coins from my deck, so I'm gonna be comboing like crazy. In fact, because I know you can afford this ambush, I might as well sacrifice this contract agent and it turns into like a insane 14 prestige. That's actually pretty exciting to see those things comboing out in the early game. But look at your
Ooh.
14 coins.
Hold
Wow.
up. Contracts. Shit. Now here's where I start to think, because you'll more than likely get this extra draw. Do I more of it?
Full shadow, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, because you're saying I'm gonna pick it up anyway. So do you want to get yourself a copy while you can?
Yeah. Because like
Yep,
I
that's
could
an
use it more
interesting.
than you. I could use it more than you, but you also will get a copy for free, pretty much. But it's like, I'm looking at the tavern, there is pretty much nothing else you would buy given your
I
deck.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, like, you're 100% correct that, like, I guaranteed pick that card up next turn, pretty much. Like you're right, and you can pretty much know that too, like you said. But I don't think you use it more than me necessarily, because I have Toll of Flesh and you have Murder
It's more like
Crows.
it's more like I could use it more. Like I could use the at least the one draw so I can kind of combo things over. It's easier for
Hmm.
you to kind of look for Toe of Flesh than it is for me to look for Murder of Crows. Not to mention your Toe of Flesh is another, what, 2 power?
Well, what you do have to remember is I removed 3 cards from my deck already, and pretty much all my coins are going to be gone soon too. So
Mm-hmm.
just something I guess to take into consideration as well. I think what you said is interesting though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Pool of Shadow no matter what. So do you want to get a copy of it while you can? I think you
Yeah.
do. I think that's actually a pretty interesting way of looking at it.
Oh dear fucking lord.
Um,
Dave.
Now I actually I can't afford this, so it works out. Oh wait, no, I can't
You can.
because
You can because of those contracts I gave you.
yeah, because you played Lantern and you played the contract.
Yeah.
I'm able to afford this. Um, and there is another one.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't think that is doing anything too much right now, but
But yeah,
you, I get.
this what I thought maybe the Mora situation would be like. Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, it does have pretty big setbacks though. Like you just by using those agents, I mean those actions gave me a Black Feather Knave that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty massive. And like right now, you just maybe draw a card by using that. So you're paying a price for the power that you're getting for sure.
But it's also kind of like, if you are the only one who had got that Pool of Shadow, you'd have 2 draws, I'd have none at all.
Hmm.
So it's like, if I'm already behind, I may as well take the risk. Like, I'm definitely behind. I'm not catching up to the deck compression that you're getting with that Tome Shell. So it's like,
Yep.
yeah, sure. You might get more value out of it, but at least I would also like to get some value rather than get completely left behind in the dust, in the dust.
I'm just playing very fast right now.
That's very fast.
So I mean very fast as in like not my turn,
Fast for,
but
yeah,
like
fast for Mora. Fast for
yeah,
Mora.
yeah, my prestige. I'm pushing for prestige pretty heavily.
Yeah, like right now I just could not be asked if I gave you more gold at this point. The tavern is like not the most ideal, and also just the Tome Shell will get the Tome Shell means you will get a god turn no matter what. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If you get a few turns, Tome Shell is such an interesting card. It's one of my favorites from the deck. I think it's probably going into S tier for me. It's tough to
oh
say.
fucking hell.
It it's a Briarheart ritual that you get to play repeatedly. You only pay 3 gold for it.
Mm,
Your opponent draws 2 cards, but then it
true.
scales into the late game too because it gives you 5 power if you combo 3. It's like it's such a really complex but very very good card.
Shit.
The power that we're getting here in this game is
Yeah.
pretty wild.
When I'm looking at your hand right now, it's like chance of 6 pretty high. Uh,
Yeah, you'll get
uh.
the same thing where it's like, do you want, I buy a Black Feather Brigand, do you want it too? It's actually an aspect I'll probably touch on in my video that I haven't thought of actually is this person's gonna buy this, do I want a copy of it? That's a pretty
Yeah,
pretty interesting way of
that was
looking at
actually the
things.
first thought I had, because the idea of having you know the idea of the snowballs, right?
Yep.
Like the snowball issue that we've been having for a very long time. So with Mora, especially in the early turns, if you could get your whole, like for example, if you got a midnight raid turn 1, a lot of the times it just ends up trolling you early game because you can't get the 6 coin.
Yep, 6 coin is very crucial.
So now with the midnight raid, you just get the 6 coin no matter what. So if let's say a slumber turns up and you don't have the gold for it, you just have the midnight raid, play the midnight raid, play the Mora, and you got a copy. Like sure, your opponent gets a copy too, but at least you have a slumber. You're not left scrambling as your opponent just assembles more and more and more. And they get to have all the agents and they get to whack all of whatever agents you play.
Yep. I actually think I made a misplay there by giving you the card draw. In your finishing turns, you probably don't want to play Tome Shell.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I've lost anyway, so.
Yeah, this time it didn't matter, but just something I think to think about moving forward.
It's funny how we have to keep resitting every time we finish a game.
Yeah. It's
That's
very
like
very explosive turns in these matches.
I guess it's also I like partly Mora, but also I think Lalu might be doing something here because I don't know what's
accelerate. Yep.
Let's try a Crow Mora situation. So Mora in place of your traditional maybe Pelin or whatnot.
Well, Crow Mora was in our last game.
It was in our last game, but it was also Orknum. Anytime Orknum shows up, it just becomes a completely different game.
Well, I don't think Orknum played a huge part in that game.
Fair.
Seeing the black next to the green looks a little. It makes the black look
Yeah.
more boring now.
I mean, to be fair,
so
Tribute was already a colorblind person's nightmare. Now it's even more of it. Used to be you confuse Regine and I think Pelin all the time.
See, I'm so interested.
No, Regine and Lalu.
Reservoir.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a good turn. Like, my instinct is in this type of situation, you go for the hireling. It's just hireling is such a good card in the early game. You get the 2 coin, you get the acquire, then you have to deal with this somehow. But getting Chromatic Reservoir early on is also so tempting.
Especially because, like I said, it's Reservoir will end up like a midnight raid. So in the case that any bigger cards come up, you could use like that situation earlier. You could just use more to pick it up as well.
Yep. Yeah, it's if Chromatic Reservoir you pick it up, then you can play it on another Chromatic Reservoir. You both get one, but you get to combo your Chromatic Reservoirs together, so you get like massive advantage on it.
Yep. I mean, it's mostly
I'm too much of a sucker for hireling. It's one of my favorite turn ones, so I'm gonna stick to hireling for now. See how it goes.
This is tempting shit. Okay, fine. Let's try. Do I want that? Do I want this instead? But then you get to combo that with that.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned for you already because you're not getting a writ off now.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of like, do you take this? Do you take that?
Okay, well, here's the way I look at it. That card that you just picked up, if we look at the played effects on the left, you can see it, the contract action. It's like, would you buy the card that, why am I missing the name? Blackmail. Would you buy Blackmail turn 1? You know, it gain 2 power, the little, like, sword?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I would never buy a Blackmail turn 1, so I don't see why exactly you would use that contract action turn 1, because it's just a Blackmail but worse. Because you just gave me a coin for 2 power. So if you wouldn't buy Blackmail, then you definitely don't want to buy that, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
The one coin here doesn't look like it matters at all, though, so that's good for you.
Yeah.
I just misclicked on my starter card for Mora. Whoops. um. Well, I guess I don't have that anymore. I think that, like you said, War Song and Fortify, you replace those before you replace your Mora starter card. The combo potential of your Mora starter card is pretty valuable.
Yep.
Okay, well, you have 6. I don't want you to get this. At least I assume you have 6.
I actually
I
did
guess you could
not
have your...
unsealed
Yeah.
absolutely trolled me.
Well, there was a possibility that we have removed at this point.
I mean, not much you can do other than that.
Yeah, another pretty dead turn on your end. And this is where Hireling is a little awkward because I can't acquire any of these yet. So
And this is why, like,
hopefully...
nobody bought C0s for a long, long while, because you always have taverns like this.
Yeah, thankfully, Hireling, even if it didn't have a combo on it, is still a good card, just having 2 coin every
Yeah,
turn.
2 coin on the board.
Hopefully this reveals something I can acquire. It does, that is interesting. It would give you 1 card. I don't want to risk you having Unsealed Glyphic and comboing this with it, so I will play this in advance. And I wish I could pick up that Ink and Blood, but since I accidentally removed my Mora starter card, I don't exactly want to. Okay, now this is something interesting that you can consider when you're playing Mora, is if I put the House Marketplace, it's a little more like advanced, it has to do with like the deck cycling. If I put the House Marketplace in both our decks right now, I have 1 card in my draw pile, right? So it's immediately gonna cycle in my hand, but you have 2 turns before your cycle, so I'm gonna be ahead of you like infinitely on our House Marketplace plays. So I can pick this up, and I know I'm gonna be able to play it before you, which is pretty huge. Because right now it just gets shuffled in my deck, and you have to wait 2 turns. Well, actually, just 1 turn this time.
And
but
also,
still.
honestly, that actually pressures me because, like, I have to kill the hireling because I know that Marketplace would start cycling in. Like, sure, Marketplace is dangerous already, but seeing the things start clearing up is like, do I really want to give it to you? Especially just the 2
And
gold.
I know that you had exactly 4 cards too, so the chance of the 5th card being Marketplace is very low. So I don't have to get rid of this Kwama Egg Mine. You can do that for me. Of course, there's a small chance that your 5th card was a Marketplace. Like, thankfully not this time. Oh, and then you're in an awkward spot now because you can't remove the egg. Yeah, see? So the cycling kind of really made it obvious what moves I had.
I mean, it's like I kind of had these ideas with the NPC, but to be able to put it into practice in PvP does definitely help. Because a lot of the things I got away with on the NPC, I just can't get away with fighting you, or just like any decent opponent for that matter. This is one of those decks where like, oh dear lord, you haven't played that Marketplace, have you?
You see, for me, I don't want this card in my deck. It's pretty useless for me, but I really don't want you to have it. So I feel like I'm forced to pick it up, and probably same thing with this Seeker's Aspirant.
Oh,
You
probably want that one.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. Because I wanted to get rid of the lantern, but yeah, this squawking is too good for me.
And
here's
where I'm wondering if you managed to memorize my last 5 cards before I ended turn.
I can look at your hand right now, anyways.
You can't. My deck's empty.
Okay, so there's a way you can do that. You just click on your opponent's cooldown pile, and then it opens a sub menu that lets you swap to their draw. So I can see right now that you have a house marketplace, good shipment, pack, and 2 coin.
Oh well, shit. That would have been nice to know. Like what, 14 seasons ago?
Oh no, I need to make a video that covers all that stuff.
Covered that. Like, okay, no, that doesn't even need to be a full video. Just make a YouTube short because, oh gosh, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah.
Like a good 14 seasons ago.
Yep. um, yeah, I've actually informed quite a few people on that. Okay, Squawk, I think giving myself a Crow deck is probably worth giving you a Mora deck for the time being. We'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to think if you will kill this or not, and if you will, how. You don't have a good option to kill it, right? You'd have to Crow, and I don't think you want to do that, so I'm good to leave it alive.
Shit.
Well, here's your Crow vs. Mora game that you were asking for.
I was thinking more Crow and Mora. But
Oh,
that
you got
works
Crow
too.
vs. Mora.
You asked how I was going to kill the Seagrass Burn. Here's how.
Yeah, but I didn't really have the ability to see that one coming.
Ooh, Harvest Season. It might troll
That's...
me. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's what you want to do there. If you drew one of your
Actually, I
Mora
could
cards, that feels
do...
bad.
Hang on, I could do something. Wait. There we go. That feels a little better. Not by much, but something. Oh, no.
That feels a little better for me now.
Ugh.
Oh, okay, this just got even better. I assume you're pretty scared at this point.
Oh, dear lord. That was the worst combo I could have done. Oh. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, this helps out too.
What is it with Sacraments and me?
Yeah, I think we all feel that way. It's just like, especially pre-nerf, the Clan Witch, it was like every time I bought an Elder Witch, there would be a Black Sacrament underneath it.
There's not much choice, do I? Ay. That would mess you up more than it would me, so...
Like, doesn't that mean you want to take it?
The thing is that I'm not liking Midnight Raid because that would mess up my Mora, especially since I don't have draws. So it's like, but thinking about you taking up the raid is also like not the most ideal either. Are you serious? What the f-
Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good for Crow. Well, there's... You kind of wanted the tomb shows earlier than this.
Yeah, I needed the tomb shells about a good 4 turns. 4 turns ago.
You see, Helm Shell is actually good with Crows, like a very good
Yes, it is. That's what I was
double
saying.
card
That's what,
removal.
like you play a Crow and a Mora deck, and you get Tomb Shell on top. You imagine that chaos, just the crows drawing Moras.
Yep, and you really get to you really get to just sacrifice the Tomb Shell away after if you don't want it anymore.
I mean, it's not much choice here, do I? I need to keep patrons down a little bit. Moras, come together, please, for the love of Heat.
I think this might be the final turn
Yeah.
here.
Ugh. abysmal timing. Ay.
Yeah, I do think that you played a little too much overemphasis on the
On
actions
the
at the start, though,
yeah,
because
that
you were
contract.
behind the Rith the whole game. And like I said, I think economy at the start, like the first 2 turns to 3 turns of economy, are the most important parts of the entire game. So that's why like I'm scared to get those cards to give your opponent coins.
Mm.
Like if you aren't generating writs or getting cards that give you gold at the start, you have to be doing something crazy for it to be worthwhile. Like maybe the reservoir, chromatic reservoir turn 1 is like worthwhile. Like you have to be doing something like to that level of craziness though for me to think like it's
Mm.
worthwhile.
I think my original thought process might have been to do what's it called? Shit. I think it was maybe to do Mora, but then nothing good ended up on Tavern. But then even if I did Mora, then you just get a copy, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, fine. I mean, it's good if we get this out of the way now instead of scrambling on season. What's it now? I wish they put season numbers on our
Yeah,
seasons, man,
I'm
because
not
oh my
familiar.
gosh,
Yeah, I stopped
the
counting after
November
a
season.
while.
I think we're on what 16. I keep track by looking at how many trophies I have. Because I get Rubella every season, including that one that lasted for like 5 days. Remember those that ones? Oh no!
There's a lot of contract actions going on here.
Oh boy.
Well, you though like unless I'm looking at the math wrong, you have a great move. You can use both of those because when you play all your cards, you'll have 4 gold. Then you buy the 4 gold action. It gives you 2 gold back, and then you can buy the 2 gold one. So if you wanted to get uh, the power from that, you easily could. The downside of that is you'd be giving me one card and 1 coin, which is
Mm-hmm.
probably giving me 2 coins.
The thing is, like, do you see any other better play in the tavern at the moment? Especially since when I can get...
For me, it just depends on what your game plan is. If you want power, then it's not a bad move. But you kind of are committing to like going down a power rush by going that route.
Yeah, that's fair. Now I know you threw the scratch, so no point getting roost. Do I feel like giving you an LCV charity? Not really. But also, if I review a 6, I'm just not gonna forgive it. Wait. No, you can't have 6s. You can't have 6s, I'm fine. You might have a 5
Why
though, which
can't?
I'm...
Wait. Why can't I have 6?
1, 2, 3.
I have 6 cards in my hand.
Oh, that's fair.
I have 6 cards. You let me draw an extra card in that. Remember?
The math! The math! I'm just like... Oh gosh, you
Okay.
just cannot math right in Mora anymore.
Yeah. I actually have 7 because you gave me an extra coin too.
Oh dear fucking lord.
Yeah. See, so like I said, it's if you go that route, you have to be committing to a really fast power thing because like now I get a currency exchange based off that. So it's like you have to really be rushing in order to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they seem like really. I like you always get so excited when you see like the Mora contracts, but like it really is like giving your opponent gold in the early game is so detrimental. Like you have to be, like I said, making something insane happen here to make it worthwhile.
If this was an Orknum game, I'd probably be jumping with joy.
Yeah, if this was an Oregon game, you'd be in a much better spot.
But right now my crows are just being absolutely horrible to
You
me.
just you don't have a deck yet. You have 13 prestige, but you don't have a deck. You know.
Ugh. Yeah, this I did not think of at all. Oh my god. Ah! Shit, and I can't build a deck because, oh my gosh, this tavern.
Yeah, well, I'll be giving you some coins here just because I really want to pick up a card.
Yeah, the thing is, because the crows are screwing me over, I don't have enough coin to buy anything of worth in here. Actually, wait.
And you know what? Because you are playing with, like, I have a much better deck right now. So I need, like, a slower game, and you're trying to rush. I'm going to put Mercy Mother Elite in both of our decks, just because it slows down the match, which is exactly what you don't want.
This. Okay, then I can do that. Shit. Bye.
It saves you some time.
Because there's nothing better in the tavern to pick up as well. Oh dear lord. Yeah, you're better at patron use than I am at this point. Oh shit, I hate this. Oh, hold on. Oh, and it just helps you too because you have patron advantage. Ugh.
Yep, and yeah, and then also there is the fact that I don't know if anyone noticed, Lessons of I Am, the card I just played, got its cost reduced by 1 gold. Which this is probably was one of the weaker cards in the deck, on average, so it's a pretty welcome buff. But 4 cost now, this is a pretty solid card. It's like Plunder. It's similar to that. Just like you drawing a bunch of cards going through your deck.
I mean, to be fair, my crow luck has been absolutely horrible right now too. The scratch is just not comboing for the life. I mean, I'm glad I'm doing this now and not on live, because if this was on live, I would have a really rough season.
Well, I mean, you probably have more experience with the deck already than most people, so.
That's fair. Oh, I've got no other options here. I don't even want to remove the sacraments, the sentinels are coming up.
Yep. However,
Scratch! Good gosh, combo! Please, for the love of... Never mind.
There we go. That's an interesting way of doing patron win. Just getting the free
Yes,
Mercy
double
Mother.
elite is just... Oh, hang on, one second. Wasn't there that one match with Miri that you did, where you just got four patron flips?
Oh yeah, all 4 patrons were neutral. I flipped all over the row.
The fact that you had the resources for all of them too.
It's it is an interesting thing though, because like HERMAEUS MORA just got me a patron victory, and I don't think that's what most people are thinking about using it for. There's a lot of creative use cases around its patron power. I'm not even a crazy fan of a lot of the cards in the deck, but its patron power is just so interesting and unique and skill intensive. I think it's the most skill intensive patron power in the game by far. So I probably will be picking it every match from now on, just because it gives my opponent so much room to make a mistake, and it gives me so much room to like do creative things like that. Very dead tavern starting out.
Yep. This one of those matches where you like, more question mark, maybe.
I just writ here.
Yeah. I mean, I want to look for pros.
Technically, if you buy Imprisonment, you can HERMAEUS MORA the House Embassy, and then we both have a House Embassy.
Right.
um,
No, I'm done. I'm done
which
making that
again,
mistake.
technically favors me. So like if I bought Imprisonment right now, for instance, and I do the House Embassy thing again, my deck cycles first. I get the first play, so I technically could play House Embassy next turn before you get to, and
Yeah.
then it's like a pretty big win.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's also gonna, yeah.
it's all RNG though, so
Mm. But it does give the how do I put it? The first player a bit more in their favor, I guess. Is how I
yep,
would
which
word
is
it.
not the best because player one is already in a massive advantage in this game.
Uh,
This is the most dead tab.
yep. Okay, now I'm gonna use that trick. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. There, I risk it. Good risk.
Right, and now this is the buffed Bardic Veneration as well. It went from 4 cost to 3 cost, and I think it is probably the the change I disagree with most. I think this card is very, very good at 4 cost. I think it's already probably the best card to see in the opening board is Almalexia. The fact that it's cheaper now is insane to me.
At least they didn't put philanthropy down to 2 costs. That would just be excuse me.
I mean that would also not be great, but
Where's my
I'm surprised that that even went through at all. I'm probably going to advocate for them to be pulling that change. I don't know if they actually will, but I think I'm gonna do an in-depth video about why I don't think that should be going down to 3 gold. There's like 17 reasons why it's not great.
I'll leave
It
that.
gets complicated, but it makes Almalexia like player 1 favored, which one of the cool things about Almalexia is that it's a decent player 2 that deck, and Tribute is very player 1 focused.
Oh shit, you already had 8 gold. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2.
I mean, you have 2 luxury exploits. You're not looking too bad yourself.
That's fair, but you do have the marketplace, which I was thinking about going for.
Oh, another buffed Almalexia card. Mournhold Clergy costs 5 instead of 6 now.
Yep. The thing is, you're not
Which
going to be able to jail anything, so I'll leave that to you.
that card doesn't jail. Actually, it's
It does jail.
I mean, okay, sorry, yeah, it does jail, but the good thing about the card is that it combos off donates. So
But it's
I
also, I don't think you get
pers-
7. So either way, I'm going to get the sacramented.
yeah, the sacrament is a little unfortunate on my end. I'm surprised they buffed Mournhold Clergy and not the other agent, the contract agent, because I think Mournhold Clergy is the better of the two by far.
Oh, you're talking
Like
about
they could have buffed
Hand of
Jailer.
Amalexia.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jailer Amalexia.
I think those two are worse than Clergy, so I'm surprised the buff ended up on Clergy and not on one of those.
I guess more people complain about the jailing part.
Yeah, the jailing is like it's just anti-fun for a lot of people, so like it gets a lot of flack, but I don't think it's as powerful as people think it is.
5, 4, 5, 4. Something too dangerous pops up. And that is something I cannot get with Mora. Damn it.
Luckily, I don't have any way to proc it, unless there's one underneath it. That would be a nope, not this time.
That'd be amazing if it did somehow. Alright, time to get a little fancy. Ooh, thank you. That's a little dangerous, the double type there.
Yes, it is. It's interesting.
I was thinking earlier about getting the counselor, but then I saw the pilfer and I was like, nope, not leaving that.
Oops,
Oh,
I
yeah. We're gonna get some good
slightly
stuff of it now.
misplayed here. If I did this in a slightly different order, I could have taken your luxury exports and jailed it as well.
Hmm.
This is looking problematic for me.
I know your bardic is coming up too. I really want to leave that. Oh no! Okay, yup, change your plans, change your plans. Shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you don't get to do what you want to do here.
Right, to... Not entirely, but at least I get some of what I'd like to do. Take that. It's not exactly what I'd like to do, but the other option wouldn't have helped anyway. I just realized how much I screwed myself over.
How's that?
This is a very low power game right now. I'm not going to be able to get rid of clergy for a good 3-4 turns. Make that 5.
Yeah, clergy is pretty. See, I'm very surprised clergy got put to 5 gold cost. You have options. You could crow.
Oh gosh. Now there's too many choices. I know your embassy is coming up, and because you got the... This is where, like, I should have moored the embassy, because now that you have the embassy, it's putting way too much pressure on me.
Yeah, the Mora patron power, a lot of options.
Yeah. Shit, man. Fudge. And here I thought it was decent, and now you're just here kicking my ass.
You're fine. I mean, how many matches have we ever played at this point? Just like 2 or 3?
3.
Yeah, it's a deck that you aren't that experienced with either. We're both testing things. I wouldn't worry too much
You...
about the
Did you
result.
even play... I've played 60 plus NPC games. Have you played any? It's the thing.
I haven't played that many I haven't really played any NPC games, but I've spent a lot of time looking at the cards and theory crafting how I feel about them. So it's sort of plays into it a bit.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm supposed to... Supposedly... In terms of hours, at least I'm supposed to have more experience than you in New York.
I think you win this match, though. I think you win this match.
Do I? Because philanthropy's right there.
Yeah, but what's it doing for me? If you look at my deck, I don't have a whole lot to make use of philanthropy.
Sonya had more than that.
I've sacrificed some cards.
Shit. I pick up that one or that one or that one. Chance of Tithe. Nope. Okay. Honestly, I might need to speed up if I want any chance. And my deck is not helping me.
Did you combo that? I don't think you sped up really by playing that.
It didn't, but I'm trying to thin down because my crows are just being absolute dog shit. My crows are being trolls, so I'm like, I might as well force them together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd love to be able to combo them, but doesn't look like that's happening. So. This tome is really, really slow too.
Yeah, I can find it and put it at the bottom of your deck. Difficult. I don't know. I don't really want to leave that up, but I don't have great ways of getting rid of it.
You know what? I think November, like come November, is going to be really fun for like the pros, I guess. If you want to word it that way.
Yeah, I think it's a very skill-intensive deck. Particularly the patron power. It's very complicated.
It is, however, going to be an absolute nightmare for new players. I cannot imagine having to think this much as a new player.
Well, whatever I end up feeling about the deck, I'll make a video on it, and hopefully that helps out some people.
I mean, we're already game veterans, and how much brain power we're already spending.
I think a lot of people felt similarly about Almalexia, though, and a lot of people got used to Almalexia at this point.
There's no choice, I've got to. My god, I hate this. Crows, come together for the love of Yeet!
Well, they will next to it, I'm sure. a little bit, maybe.
Watch only one crow come into my hand.
My hand's
never mind. There we go.
pretty big right now, though.
Yeah. I mean, I had no choice. I really have to force these crows together ASAP. Not that it matters. Too late now. Yeah, even if I had the crows together, it's like, no shot.
Yeah, I really had to accelerate this game, because if it lasted any longer than it did, your deck's way better than mine, but was able to get that push. Let's see, is there anything specifically you wanted to make sure we tested that we haven't looked at yet? You wanted to look at Rajin. We haven't played Rajin yet.
And also the slow game, the Druid Sijic.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Rajin here. I guess
No,
Lalo...
Druid Sijic sometimes is a Lalo, you said?
Yeah, and then we crow here. So instead of the reach that normally goes here, we do Mora. I don't like being turn 1 with this. Take this.
Yeah, new custom seizure, not bad. I don't have a crazy hand, but it's an acceptable thing. I think I removed my unsealed glyphic here.
Like, I really don't like seeing Moonlit Illusion when I know you have at least minimum 5. Because it means you can just illusion and writ. Oh.
Yeah, you get to illusion and writ. Well, you get to illusion and luxury.
Export! I mean, to be fair, you don't also like right now you don't have a glyphic to be able to troll your hand. But then I do have seizure, and I'm gonna get another one.
Yeah, seizure is good now though. Seizure gets you stubborn shadow.
Actually, pretty. Oh shit!
I'll take that though. Your stubborn shadow looks a little worse now.
Fucking hell. I mean, no choice but to pick that up. I will take that, thank you. Shit.
I've been a little lucky this time with the
Yeah,
pop-ups.
that a bit.
That's not a bad one.
Bit. Can I even get? No, I can't. So I just use this. Shit. Yeah, here's the situation where I probably. No, I can't use Morash.
You can Raj in if you need.
Try for this. Nope, didn't work.
It could have been custom Caesar. Or luxury. Oh, draw for the customs again.
Pick this one. I could have picked up another Stubborn Shadow and then that would really overwhelm your Bounce and Profit. Or is it Lullaby? It's one of the two.
Grand Larceny.
Larceny, okay. Shit. Okay. Oh. I was gonna say, how would Mora hold up against a Regine spam? But the thing is that we haven't seen any Mora.
Yeah,
Stop!
This is not a Mora game.
This is not a Mora game by any stretch. At this point, we're testing custom seizure more than anything else.
Yeah, it's been a custom Caesar game, yeah.
That's got to be good shipment in your hand. No?
House Embassy.
Ah. Okay. Come buy the luxury exports now, can you?
I wasn't gonna buy luxury either. I was just gonna Raj in you. I think I still will.
I mean, I do have to get rid of that, no matter what. Oh! Nope, not giving you that. I'll take that one. I'm gonna pray to Yeet you don't get a love coin. Ugh, doesn't feel nice having to leave that, huh? Anything under? Nope. Power...
Do I want to buy these?
Leaving you lurk you while not on PC? Thanks, folks. Have a good day. Or at least a good whatever you're doing without a PC. Okay. Oh. Oh wait, I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're not gonna be doing too much next year.
And this is the sort of like I'm gonna simulate what's gonna happen in an actual match. Goodbye.
Yeah, we did see a Mora card at the end though.
That backfired so much. The custom seizure just started trolling my hands afterwards.
Yeah, 2 customs might be a bit much.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, what else was I going to do with that 4 gold?
Do you have a preference on what we pick here? Do you just want Rajin again?
Try a Regine game again. In game after this, we do, I guess, Klalu Druid Celerus Mora and see how fast that speeds up because otherwise that 3 combo normally is really slow.
Home Shelter in 1, not bad. It would be a lot better if you can Writ alongside it, but still not bad.
I mean, I'd rather not be able to Writ than you get both the Tome Shell and a Writ. Though it's like, I guess Barter is there still. Doesn't feel good.
I mean, I think Home Shell is probably better than my turn. I mean, I just made a Writ. The tricky thing for you is Home Shell could give me currency exchange.
Oh!
I'll take one too. I'll play this game.
Yeah, but knowing it's like, okay. So you've got... Oh, wait, shit! No, I'm not supposed to... No. Undo that, shit.
Oops.
Oh, fuck that.
Well, another one of those things that, like you said, it's better to do it now than it is to do it later.
Especially when I screw up that badly.
This is pretty unsatisfying to have.
Oh, are you stuck on 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we run into that situation I told you about, what? Bleh. That you told me about earlier. The fact that I could probably get currency first. Theoretically. Which is not happening.
Well, it's a matter of odds. It would mean the odds are in your favor for getting it first. Patrons are a problem.
Yup. The thing is that which one do you want to flip? Or which one can you flip?
Yeah, I think I know which one I'm flipping. I'm just trying to decide
Which
what
card to
cards to get
throw?
rid of with Home Shell.
Oh, that's Tome Shell you have? Oh, I thought you had currency exchange and you were gonna double Regine me.
No, I have a. I wish. I have Tome Shell, and I'm trying to decide what cards to get rid of because this game looks like I don't really think I can get rid of my gold study card because I need to be able to combo my currency exchange in case you're comboing your currency exchange. So I can't get rid of that. I can get rid of swipe, and then it's like, do I want to get rid of
The thing is that do you want to play it at all, given the sort of cards I could possibly have?
That's another option. The reason I want to play it is because my plan was to sacrifice it, and I can't sacrifice it unless I played it ever since they made that change.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, for sure I'm taking this. Let's go with that. Don't think I want to give you that many luxury exports. Oh well. Shit!
I mean, I don't think I'm in a good spot currently. I'd be if I was you, I'd be somewhat comfortable right now. Now it's kind of like Oh, now here's the thing. Tomb Shell could end up being a very good regime counter, I suppose. If you want to look at it that way. Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, good. Very good play here. Are you serious?
Well, you have options.
I have options. I'm not sure how many of them are good. I can't even throw it away. That's the problem. Okay,
Wait,
I'm gonna
you
prowling. No, I can Mora. The problem is that you have 2 oratories. And we all know how well that goes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's that same.
Yeah, you're getting you're getting it regardless.
Yeah, it's
and
do you
here's
want a
where
copy of it or not?
Yeah.
But it's so interesting though, because normally I would just get an oratory here, and you would get kind of screwed. But at least you get the like prize of also getting oratory.
Is that kind of like the sort of minimize the snowball slightly by also trying to snowball? So instead of just getting snowballed over, it becomes a snowball race. And I'll be honest, I kind of like the race of it. Like, I'd much rather it be a race than just knowing I'm gonna get steamrolled in the next 6 turns.
Because I really don't want you to be able to keep those agents alive.
Damn. No, it's like Ink and Blood, Batra.
Yeah, I could barter to see if I can reveal something that I would want to more, just because I'm still a little concerned about patrons, but I definitely have escaped the patron doom that was impending me before.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm in the one in trouble because you have an exchange. No, we both have exchanges, I forgot.
Yeah, I could double patron here. I could do Mora, just pick up something random, and then I could do Crow. I think I'm fine leaving the patron's edges though and just killing your agent. Just make her it.
I mean, I'll pick this up. Oh, that's. Oh no, shit. Okay.
I didn't see. What did you pick up?
2 Ink and Bloods. And a Grand Larceny.
Okay. That's a big move.
It's a big pickup, it's whether I can actually pick it up. That will benefit you more than it does me, unless you put down Knight like right now.
So what will benefit me more?
The Sacrament. I mean, either way, if you put the Knight down, you're gonna get it.
Gotcha, yeah. Oh, I forgot that Mora only costs 2 if it's unfavored.
Yep.
So I can actually Mora right now.
I mean, do you really want... I mean, you could Mora the Counselor. I doubt you'd want to Mora Sleight of Hands.
No, not sleight of hand. But yeah, potentially Consular or just barter it to reveal something else to Mora.
You do have, I think... Yeah, you have... I think you're refreshing first, looking at your deck. Decide against, right? I know your things coming up, I do have all those things I can do. Ooh, hold up!
That is convenient. Changes things slightly.
Knave, thank you. Moonlit Illusion. I can do without a swipe. Oh ho ho! Kinda screwed me over, but sure. I'll take it.
Your other options weren't amazing anyways.
Yeah. Do I want... No. Nah. Tombshell could also potentially be a nice-ish Regine counter. Just because it's like an in-hand get rid of bewilderments. Imagine if the only card in your hand was a Tombshell, and then you have 4 bewilderments. You just clear half of those.
I mean, technically, since you can make the enemy draw more than 5 cards, you could have 2 Tome Shells and 4 bewilderments in your hand and get rid of all of them.
Get rid of all of them and get 6 power on top.
It will happen eventually.
It will. But to be fair, if you had 2 Tome Shells, you probably wouldn't get to the point where you have 4 bewilderments anyway.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you just picked up 2 Income Bloods in the same turn. You could pick up 2 Tomb Shells in the same turn.
I'll take a scratch, thank you. Shit.
Like I said, I don't think you have to worry too much about every time you see a Mora card. If you open my deck,
Yeah, that's fair.
It's such a downgrade for me to like it. I don't want that card. It's only good for you because like you have a bunch of Mora, so it makes me have to deal with it. Thankfully, I have an efficient way to deal with it by just replacing with currency exchange. But good thing this helps me a little.
Yeah,
more.
that that is something I wish I'd done. But it's also just the ore trees, which are going absolute bonkers right now.
Giving you a draw 1 could be pretty dangerous.
Mm.
But I kind of want to see what's underneath. I guess I'll see what's underneath again.
Ooh. I mean, you might want that because of that crow game you're running, especially 2 ore trees.
Well, it's 2 things. It's because if I get rid of some coins, yeah, then my hand is like my deck is so condensed. I just play it all every turn. But also, I can't really give you Tome Shell with your deck right now because you're gonna be getting the full 5 power from it every turn. It's like playing the Armory every turn. Like I can't let you play Briarheart Ritual and the Armory.
Briar and Raid together.
Yeah, so I have to buy it.
On the NPCs, I get to build like a Crow and Mora deck, just have them draw into each other, and that was like amazing. It's a lot harder to do that in PvP because the NPCs actually really screw up a lot of their purchases still.
Yeah, sorry about my slow turn times.
Yeah, no worries, Mora math is hard. This is going into base game to Mora, the Mora deck, because it's under archive. So it's like
Is Archive not
newbie.
in Necrom?
No, it's base game.
Oh, awesome.
The whole thing's base game.
I
So
was not aware of that.
so like it's great for like for the people already or trying to approach leaderboard. But I would not want to be a TOT newbie in November. So if anyone's out there watching and you still haven't played Tales of Tribute, probably best to get into it now. Or you will have one hell of a headache come November. I'll take another shadow, I guess. I don't like this. But at least it's power.
Yeah, giving me 2 cards is really dangerous with my deck, though.
It is really dangerous, but at the same time it's like I've only got one way to generate power.
I suppose so. I drew a Squawking Oratory and a Murder of Crows.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, though. It's like you kind of have one play, and you have to do it, and you hope for the best. Hopefully, I draw my Ritz instead. I don't think I can finish you here, though. Actually, if I draw good, I can.
No, you already can.
Yeah.
You didn't have to draw good. Oh. Another one where I thought I was doing well and I was absolutely not. I guess it doesn't need a nerf after all, it's still very... How do I put it?
Well, it's tough to say. Like I said, I don't think we've even in our sample size here, I don't think we've quite played enough to have concrete opinions, but we're getting a rough idea, you know.
The thing is that I'm the one who's been aggressively trying to play Mora, and you've been the one on defensive. I haven't won a single game.
I've had 1 or 2 offensive ones.
Yeah, but not with Mora. You go Mora in the last one. So normally this would be like this triple combo would be the slowest game in the Tamriel.
Well, it's slow unless someone gets some crazy
Vestments.
Vestments, time mastery, or time mastery forest wraith, that type of thing. But like outside of those combos,
outside of
it can
those,
be a lot slower.
Outside of those combos, it's like the slowest game in the slowest game in Tamriel. So now once Mora is in the mix, what does it do?
Yeah, well, you can add dodge into it too.
You could.
I'll risk the same mistake as you and go custom seizure. I think custom seizure now is not a bad card.
Last time is like even if you see it and it's the only thing in the tavern, you still wouldn't want to pick it sometimes.
Yeah. Not a good move for me. Play luxury exploits and a writ, and I get to buy nothing. Very dead tavern.
Yep. And my cave's not helping me undead it.
Okay, will help later.
Four or 5. Oh, hang on. 4 isn't a... Yeah, no, I'll leave that alone. Given this patron combo, 4 isn't as crucial a coin threshold as it is for a Crow Regime game. Or an Alexia game now.
You know, something interesting about custom seizure now though is it's so much safer to reveal cards, so I can like buy these black sacraments because if it's a 6 cost you can pick it up. Whereas like you always have to really wary about revealing 6 cost cards otherwise. And just like I said, see like I wouldn't have done that in the current version on live, but on PTS I'm able to make this play and it works out quite well.
It's working extremely well for you, what the heck.
Question is, do I sacrifice the custom seizure now that it got me
1, 2,
value?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7 if I don't give you Trespass Fee, I guess I'm fine. I mean, I've got to get a move on, otherwise... Is it something I have to throw? Probably not. Okay, Glyphic, I get it. Stop trolling me.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about getting another power starter card, but
Yeah, it's rough.
I think I'll get rid of mine. Since this has been a, once again, not too heavy on the Mora show-ups early on.
Not. Oh, come on.
Well, you wanted a slow match. It's been slow so far.
I mean, slow is fine, but also slow when the Glyphic has been trolling me 2 turns in a row now.
Could make it a rip.
Yep. No point drawing. Probably have 8 by now, yep.
Yeah, watch the exploits helps with that.
Let me see. 1, 2, I guess.
I believe Time Mastery, it's supposed to be buffed, but it's still bugged on PTS and it's not buffed.
Oh, it's bugged still? Okay.
Yeah, when I hover over it still says look at the next 4 cards, choose up to 5, so...
I think I didn't get to play it earlier. The last game I got Time Mastery. Does it show? Does it let you look at 5?
I think it's letting you look at 4 still.
Still, okay.
I mean, I'll still take them. It's not a bad card, but... 6 cost? Custom Seizure is feeling pretty good, actually.
Mm. 2.3. Is it look for?
Yeah, it's 4.
It's look for, alright. Yeah, that'll probably change come live. Or at least I hope it'll change come live.
Same.
Tavern like this, I don't mind you getting 1 extra. Give me that run. Never mind, now I do mind you getting 1 extra. Shit. Bye. Thank you.
Worked out.
Worked out. Yeah, I've got a bit of an awkward situation here. So games are still slow as long as you don't see too many Mora cards. Yeah, so it's kind of like it changes up the math so that it's harder to really. There's more chances for mistakes.
Yep. Oh, another vestment.
You got 2 vestments now.
Yeah. Look at a little grim for you.
Yeah, really, really grim. At this point, I have to play Mora no matter what.
Well, that
Otherwise,
helps you play more.
Mhm.
Maybe that was a mistake on my end then. I should have just not shown anything on the board since I was in such a winning position.
I mean, the
But we
thing is
could at
that
least
with yeah, I mean, a game like this, like the moment you got those 2 vestments, if this had been reached instead of Mora, I would have had to give up already. Because just seeing 2 vestments on a game this slow, you'd just outpace me.
But I think, yeah, vestments with Psijic is so strong as we're
Yeah.
about to see.
Oh dear lord.
Vestments does vestment things.
I think that might outpace even Mora, especially since I don't have a whole lot of pro.
I think it's outpacing more. That was a
And
explosive match.
I maintain my continuous loss.
Alright. I think
Is it
this is
just
my last one for now.
yeah.
What would you like to play? And is there anything that we wanted to talk about still?
You know what? At this point, dealer's choice. Every time I pick, it's like I've been doing absolutely horrible.
Yeah, like I said, it's not really about the results. We're not doing like a tourney here or anything. It's more just about seeing the game in practice and understanding the game theory behind the deck
Yeah, but
combinations.
given my record, I'd like to at least like kind of not go 0 to whatever games we've played. Like I have a
What's...
reputation to maintain, and I'm absolutely not maintaining it right now.
I mean, I have a bit of a reputation in this space as well. I don't think you have to worry too much.
Yeah. This fucking gif. I'm about to kill this Glyphic.
I'm not a fan of this Glyphic either.
I would like to kill this Glyphic so much.
I mean, I am gonna kill it.
Ah. But also just having... If we have a decrease of reach games due to Mora kind of taking its spot, like, it's gonna take a while to get used to just not having that extra draw. Like, I've realized over these past few games how much I've been relying on reach draws for a lot of my games.
Yep, we haven't played any reach. I think we played one match of reach.
You lucky yeet. How do you get takeovers to work with you?
It's
Like, if you see my history with takeover, it's horrible.
Valska always tells me that's a big takeover. She put me on it. I've not been a big fan of takeover in past. See, that buff is insane. The fact that you just got to pick that up as an extra, like that's like a primary card purchase that you should be like, oh my god, I got Bardic, but you just get to pick it up on like as an extra second card is like, I don't know. I think that's very imbalanced in my opinion.
There was like, I think there was on our list also, right? How quickly can Almalexia build up? But it's also like, Almalexia, you could build up all you want, but it's got to have philanthropy or the not Mournhole. What's it called? Oh, it is Mournhole, Monoclergy. It's got to have that like to really, really pop off.
Yeah, Alan Alexia is like a supportive deck unless you have those cards, and then it's a combo deck.
Mm-hmm. Ay. How are you building?
We could both have a copy.
Yup. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Wait, shit, I tree right there, didn't I? Shit.
Oh, to buy blackmail?
Yeah, I could have. Oh, hey, takeover finally works with me. Oof. Arbiter. Don't have druid here. Mm-hmm.
Not. We both don't really have crow.
Yeah, neither of us really have crows. We haven't had a lot of crows show up in tavern so far. Could start now. Oh, could really start now.
Yes, it can.
It can, but also at the same time, do I want to leave?
Yeah, you gotta leave the Oathman up if you take it.
Yep.
Choices.
Choices. I mean, if I take out the Oathman, you can't get both. I don't think. If I'm mathing right.
It just got crazier.
If I'm mathing right, you won't be able to get both.
I mean, I won't be able to get both, but it just got
Hell of a lot crazier.
This just lasted multiple turns at this point now, with the addition
Yeah.
of a third card. And who knows what's underneath whatever card I buy.
Because I'm looking at your deck, I see that takeover there. So I'm like, if I leave that Oathman alive, whatever card is under there, you'll get 2.
Yep, it's just like, you get decimated
This
if
is
you leave the Oathman alive.
Yeah, it's like bap bap. Done. So it's like, yeah, I'll get neither, but it's like you'll get one, I could get the other. Sure, even if you get Oratory, it's like, okay, yeah, fine. You are building Mora, right? Yep, you are. Getting rid of that. Charity is tempting, but I do have a plan, and that plan is here. Bye-bye. Mm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, I think you just screwed up.
Oh, I see. I didn't think that one through.
No, you will get hella.
Well, it's not that bad because
Yeah, it's not the
the other
worst, but it's
option
also
was
like not
Hostile
ideal.
Takeover, and I think I'd rather you play that than Hostile Takeover. But I could have done nothing.
I mean, takeovers in my deck. What was I going to play?
Well, you would do currency exchange too, right?
I could, yeah.
Honestly, currency exchange probably
But
was the
the problem
better
with currency
goal.
exchange, I was thinking about currency exchange, but then my thinking was, how do I take out your Oathman? Because I was having trouble getting power for that. So if you kicking the...
Yeah, but you did put the
Yeah.
hostile takeover at the bottom of my deck though, so you only have to worry about that comboing. What to do?
Like there's Sentinel there, there's Scratch over there. New Seizure, I guess. My next thought is like, how often do I play the Seeker? Do I do it in favor of looking for my crows more? But then also you get more gold, and then it's like it's dangerous as long as Sentinels are on the board too. And then there's that. Forbearance. Nope, that didn't work. Well, shit. It feels so bad.
To leave it alive? Yeah.
My cards are just really not gelling together. I think the biggest struggle with having Mora is that cards just don't go together as well. And you have now to decide on the setbacks as well. So it's like you play it, not play it. Rather than having it be just sort of a net gain even though it's not serving the combos very well.
Yeah, I think you want, I don't know, I think you kind of have to really plan around comboing with Mora, except for Tome Shell, if you want to have like effective use of your deck.
But it's also like if you leave it alone and your opponent just gets to get all the Mora cards that pop up.
Yep.
So it's like it's like Midnight Raid. You decide whether to play around raid, but also if you leave the raid alone and your opponent just gets a lucky turn and gets 2-3 raids. It's just that on a more extreme scale. And here comes another loss because, good gosh.
Maybe. It's not over yet.
For those of the stream, you're looking at my hand, you think we're over.
Okay. I do not have the stream open, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'll just tell you now, I have not a single combo in my hand of 7. Please, for the love of you, thank you.
Hey, like I said, I've spent a lot of time like looking at the card descriptions and like thinking like what I think the values of all of them are.
Yeah, you spend time looking at it. I spend 60 plus games playing it.
Well, sometimes just like thinking about it for an hour can honestly do a lot more than playing.
Screw Veneration at this point. Oh my gosh. It could also be luck because my gosh,
No, there's definitely been luck involved in these matches too.
Yep.
I mean, that's could be
Like, have you seen me pull a combo 4 at all today? Oh, and you have a Sen.
Because you used all your luck in that clip where you got the Mora combo.
Yeah, against an NPC. Oh,
Right,
that's that.
GG's. I hope that was eye-opening in some ways for you. I mean, honestly, you kind of enforced the idea more in my head of the concept of like they're gonna get it anyways. Do I want to just like get a copy of it myself as well?
Like just,
which is.
I mean, to be fair, the matches we've had is like, it's not I mean, it's not terribly close, but it's also not a direct snowball. I don't think
Mhm.
we've had a difference of more than 20 something at most.
Yeah, I thought they were fun. I think Mora seems like it's gonna be a fun deck to learn and play
Mm-hmm.
throughout. Um, it has so much more like options and choice and like consideration and a lot of the other decks where it's kind of obvious what you want to do. So I'm not
It's
sure if that'll
also,
fade away after like a month or two of like everyone playing Mora, but I think it's gonna stick around for a while.
I think because of how variable the math becomes, especially with the draw cards, I think that factor isn't going to go away for a very long time. Like Elixir, sure, you had to donate, but it pretty much restricted to only your deck, and it just like you could just take out whatever deck pops up. Whereas with Mora, you've really got to think about what cards your opponent's going to get,
Mhm.
like which exact cards, especially later game. And so it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and the patron power especially is, like I said, very skill intensive. Deciding when it's worth paying a little bit extra to both get a card. A lot of nuance there that I really like.
so basically, in short, Heaven for pro gamers who have been thinking Tribute is has been getting a bit too boring lately. But unfortunately, is newbies you're gonna have a hell of a time in November.
Yeah, I'd say it definitely is like the highest skill ceiling and maybe one of the lowest skill floors too. It's like you you have a lot of opportunity to make mistakes. I think the Druid King had opportunity to make mistakes. You could like give your opponent gold and stuff if you do things in the wrong order. This is gonna be a lot more of that. Um, learning this, people are gonna be making lots and lots of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be able to capitalize on that in November, I guess, since there's more experience. But there's also like I'm screwing up a hell of a lot.
Well, you'll see me there too, climbing. Like I said, I'll try and do a rank 1 push probably with the deck and give a more concise point of view on all the cards at that point, once I have all my opinions solidified.
I'm just gonna play on a different time zone. If you're on, I'll just go harvesting.
Yeah, I see. I honestly think there's some people that do that. So,
It's also I think oh gosh, this is one of those like November season. You know how much we've been have you been getting those people lately that just come into the games and then you just absolutely trash them and then they're like, oh, I've reported you for cheating, we're gonna get an increase of that.
yeah, there's been a lot of that.
Mm.
It's a little silly how frequent that happens because not once ever has someone shown me video proof of anyone actually cheating. The only cheat was very early on when you can do that. There was an exploit where you can force the match to freeze up, and then whoever left lost.
Oh right,
Uh,
yeah. Visa.
but in terms of like making cards do certain things or forcing certain cards to draw and all that type of stuff that everyone thinks happens to them, there's no concrete evidence of a single case of that ever happening.
Mm. Yeah. I mean
I would love to see video evidence.
yeah, I feel like
Not
the
once have I ever looked at footage and been able to tell that there was cheating going on. So I think
Mhm.
people just card games, people get a little upset with RNG.
Yeah. To be fair, we've had a really mild case if you compare it to Yu-Gi-Oh or to Poke cards.
In
Anyway,
terms of what?
the toxicity that can come up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, most of the tribute community is pretty chill, but I think
Mm.
most of the tribute community doesn't talk either. So the people that do talk, a lot of them are toxic.
I've come across a few that just straight up privated their messages, so
Hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, I hope this was helpful and a good time. I mean, I had a good time, and like I said, picked up a few things. Um,
A few
very,
extra things. I
very
think I read it
interesting, very
already.
fun deck.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, this VOD will be up on YouTube. But if you'd like a more concise and kind of more summarized, more structured, structured guide, I think Ping will have a video with probably some of the footage from this VOD, I guess.
Yep. And yeah, probably in the next like week or two, I'll have a video up with my opinions. I need to solidify them a little bit more. Still, some of those cards I'm not exactly sure on, but once I have a good understanding, I'll have a more concise thing out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for coming by, Ping Apple.
Right, yeah, I appreciate
thanks
the
for the
shout out.
games.
I appreciate the invite.
Mhm.
Yeah, good games. It was a fun time.
The games was a
Talk
fun
to you
time.
again soon. Maybe next time a new deck comes out, we do the same thing.
Yeah, sure thing. Now I have a
Right.
decent PC, I can actually keep the PTS on the computer.
Sounds good.
Alright,
Alright. Have a
that's
good
good.
day.
Yep, talk to you later.